Good afternoon. It's September 28th, 2022, and here's what we're looking at today. Definitely an uptrend day. Pretty choppy and sloppy, at least the way I saw it today. So what I just want to briefly talk about is different chart types. So I went to 10,000 tick to check it out, and the price action is just much better on a on an uptrend day like today. You want prices to be responding to the EMA. On the 2000 tick chart, prices were flip-flopping on both sides. But if you look at the 10,000, you can see at the beginning of the day, prices went a little bit below it. And then a little after the open, they went a little bit below it again. But other than that, for the rest of the day, prices were, the EMA was holding prices. There was two failed break lowers right here, and that's it. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 short things and one aggressive trade that I marked. So just something to keep in mind. But let's take a look at this 2000 chart, 2000 tick. And on a day like today, I think you want to get in early and get out. And so 5 o'clock comes right about here. I looked at this as a double bottom. First entry failed, second entry. This is a failure, but it's also a second entry long. However, this is lower than this, so you could look at this as the failure. But I like both of these. You can see it. This one confirms our trend channel, and this one's a higher low off that trend channel. So a lot of people like that. It rides up, get an overshoot. First entry, second entry, signal bar is no good, and then we get this higher low. And I marked this as green because you just broke above the overnight highs. So you're not sure if it's a range day or not, and we had the overshoot. And you can see, it just went far enough for a scalp, and then it made a second leg down. You could see that. That's probably close to 2 measured legs. And this one went a few points further. So we make, looks like 2 legs up after the 2 legs of correction. We fail to make a new high, and prices reversed. And technically this would be a failure, so I got to mark it, but it just looks like, I would look at this as a double top, and first entry failed, second entry long, but this is too far from the EMA. And then you get this second entry short, and you get a first entry, it goes higher, and second entry. So I marked it green because it's congestive, but it is off that trend line, and you can see a lot of people liked it. We get an overshoot, leads to a break, then we're just chopping around, and we form this channel up, but it's just choppy and not very clean. So you get this second entry with a higher low, kind of looks like this one. So you might take that, but it's just kind of no man's land. And we got a doji right here, so I'd be a little iffy on that one. Just sideways over here, formed some support right here, and then it bounces. Some people must have liked this signal bar. And we get an overshoot of this short-term channel, but really it's just, there's a level of support down here, and we have the midline here. So that's what was holding prices right there. So I'm going to take that away. And then you get it's like a hidden second entry short, but it's also a failed second entry long. You might take that, but I just don't like how much support is right there. But I guess, there's plenty of room to that support to scalp out. So maybe you take that. Then we come down here and we form the channel down here. And you get this first entry, second entry. If there's room to the EMA, maybe you take that. 67. So there's 4 ticks. So that I don't think you want to take that. And then it reverses. And you get this higher low. I don't think you want to take that. It's below the EMA. So, and you just don't get anything in here. Form this range up here. We break out. This looks like a failure here, but you're going into the highs. And you come up here and you get a first entry, second entry. This is very congestive. But when you get this higher low, it looks like a breakout pullback. Maybe you take that. But yeah, you just got to be careful when the EMA isn't holding prices. And there's a lot of choppiness and ranges. Like, look at all this. I don't think you want to enter in any of this. Way too choppy and congestive. Is this technically this is a failure, but you're going into the highs. But some people liked it because it went higher. Then we get this sell-off and failed second entry long right here, but it's so far from the EMA, I don't think you want to take it. Then we come back to the yellow channel and you get a failure, but it's just congestive and it's this closed beneath the EMA, but you can see a ton of people like that. And I bet you on this chart, that's one of these trades. Actually, it's probably right here. So that's a second entry long, but it closes beneath the EMA. Then we come up here. So I think we were right here. We made that move up, formed a range, went higher, dropped down, correct. This is congestive. Come up here, you get a first entry, second entry long. I just marked this as aggressive because this looks like a range and you're going into the midline, and it's just been that type of day where you're just not sure. I marked this one blue because it's a higher low off of the yellow channel and it's a second entry long. A lot of people like that. And I don't like any of this. Very congestive, very choppy. There's a second entry short right here, but I don't think you want to. I don't think you want to go short. And come up here, they trap some shorts right there. First entry failed, second entry long, but again, I'm not going short on a day like today, and I think that pretty much brings us to the end of the day. There's just no way to get in on these other moves up. So that's how I saw it. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.